how are you? I have been better, just like all of us have been. Pretty sure I have toothpaste on my shirt, so it's been that kind of day. If you're wondering about this look, this is my Maleficent inspired Evil Queen look that I'm testing out for Halloween with like the vampy lip and the prismatic lip gloss. I didn't, in that video, I didn't show you where I added the e.l.f. Glitter, which is called, I've really been loving these things. They have a purple and a green one. This one's called Purple Rain, and it is freaking gorgeous. Yeah, so just so you know. Anyway, that's not why you clicked on this video. You clicked on this video so that we could talk about disappointing makeup products. Some of these I'm disappointed in for their, some of these I'm disappointed in because of the way that they wear. Some of them I'm disappointed in the packaging, but there's not a ton of products that I'm disappointed in, but hold on. I could be wrong. I could be saying something completely wrong. Some of these are just shades in a palette, and one of them is just one shade in a palette that I'm super sad about. But anyway, so you came here for the tea. So let's first talk about packaging these products themselves. I actually really like the product. It's the packaging that drives me nutter butters. So if you've heard me talk about the e.l.f. Slick lipsticks, the Sheer Slick lipsticks, you know that it drives me crazy that this one isn't their fault. It's been up here for forever, and it's been like really hot in Oregon recently. So, but that's why it looks all grody and nasty. I think it like melted and then recongealed, melted and recongealed. Anyway, so, but the lid was like this before when I first bought it, where basically if you like flick before I got air where I like could flick my wrist. Of course, not doing it now, but it doesn't actually it doesn't snap. Like it doesn't snap into place. It just doesn't. And so this will come off in your purse. And of course, then you have to like scrape a layer off because then it's like touching stuff in your purse and it's getting all over the place and it's gross, right? You don't want that. So I really like the product in this. I want the orange one. Does not click. This is the only one that I have. So I'm not sure if this one is just bad or if they're all like this. I'm just kind of afraid to buy a new one. So, but anyway, did not like that at all. Don't like it. So, and I hate that. The thing is, usually this is something that's super easy to wear. No, I don't. Go away, Bank of America. I don't want to talk to you right now. I'm sure they're telling me I spent too much money on something. Mind your business, Bank of America. Mind your business. So anyway, yes, I know it is their business, but that's not really the point, is it? You shush your mouth. I hear you. I can hear you. Don't think I can't hear you. So, but the thing is really sad that this is the kind of product that I would keep in my purse to reapply throughout the day because it's super easy to wear. It's a really pretty color and it's not like too much. You know what I mean? Like this is a really pretty, like your lips but better color. And it's just, I hate that I can't keep it in my purse. For a while, I was keeping it in my makeup bag in a Ziploc, but I'm just going to be so annoyed if I have to do that. I had an Urban Decay like lip palette that I had to declutter because it was like 2 years old and it didn't smell yet, but I was like, it's going to start to smell. And so I got rid of it. So there's that. The second thing that I actually just recently got this, it should have been, again, I should have done an e.l.f. haul. I didn't because I was too excited about the products, but I don't think hauls are really that useful to people. I think reviews are more useful to people. Let me know in the comments down below, like, do you guys like seeing hauls? Do you want to see a haul? I always usually prefer, I mean, I don't know, I get into moods where it's like, oh, I kind of want to see what other people are buying. But then I get into moods, it's like, well, you just bought it. Like, what? It doesn't tell me anything. It doesn't tell me if I should buy it. So anyway, this is, don't buy this unless you are willing to invest in a different stopper. So the problem with this is a full product. I've used this product all of like 3 times. So the product is full. It's like here, right? So it has one of these stoppers where it has the product, and what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to squeeze the top of the stopper, put it back in, and then the product is supposed to, through capillary action, go back up the tube. The problem is this serum is too thick to do that, elf. It doesn't work that way. The viscosity is too high. The viscosity is too damn high. It doesn't work. It's science, elf. I know you have chemists. I know you have cosmetic chemists. So stop doing this. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Get some help. The problem is that this blurring too much wine. This blurring primer serum actually works incredibly well for my skin. I really like this. I really, really do. I'm really mad that I'm going to have to go buy one of those spatulas to get the product out, because right now what I'm having to do is basically turn this and then go like this on my face, which is not freaking sanitary, by the way. And I don't like having to do that, elf. And also, stop putting so much glue on the back of your stuff. I can't get it off. So the product in here is great. Packaging, complete packaging fail. Complete. Not happy about it. This I actually just tried. I wouldn't say this is a fail per se, but it's not going to work out for me. I actually just tried this in my Get Ready With Me video where I was doing this eye look and testing this out. If you look really closely, you can see here in the pores where that powder is just sort of sitting in those larger pores. This is because this is a finishing powder. It's not really a setting powder. And I know there are 2 things are different, but usually I can use finishing powders as like a setting powder. I don't like this one because I think it's going to have crazy amounts of flashback, just like the e.l.f. HD finishing powder. And 2, I don't really want a product that I can literally only use on this part of my face. Like, that's it. That's the only thing I can use it on. I'm not a super big fan of things that are so niche on your face, especially things like powder. If I'm going to buy a powder, I want to be able to use it in my T-zone. I want to be able to use it everywhere. So this I'll probably be passing along to someone. I just wanted to try it, but I've literally used it once. So this is probably going to go down to California with my mom. So yeah. Oh, elf. You're 3 out of the 5, elf. 3 out of the 5. I really, really wanted this to work. This is the e.l.f. Under Eye Blurring Primer. So this is the e.l.f. Under Eye Blurring Primer. You're supposed to put this on underneath, so on just underneath the eyes, and it's supposed to blur out fine lines, wrinkles. It doesn't. And you know how I said the viscosity of this is too high, like it's too thick to get up the tube? Well, this is too creamy to actually set into. The way that you can like kind of dilute fine lines is with a silicone. Basically the silicone like sits there and sort of fills the lines for you temporarily. Eventually it wears off. Eventually everything sinks into your fine lines. Like, it's just inevitable. That's gravity, right? This is way too creamy. So this feels more, you can't really see it on the back of my hand, but it feels way more feels way more like a lip balm than it does a primer. It needs to be just a tiny bit stiffer, just a tiny bit stiffer, and then it would be able to work. Now, some people might say, yes, it will work if you set it down with a powder. And whereas that's true, but why would I do that when I could just use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and that'll dry down and it'll do the same thing without the hullabaloo. So yeah, so there's that. And actually, no, they're freaking 6 out of the there's 6 out of the 8 things. So I have one more e.l.f. thing. It hurts me to say this, but this is the e.l.f. and J. Kissa palette, and inside here there's a the purple section. Now, to be fair, purples are notoriously hard to formulate. Purples and blues. The blues, actually, I find really easy to work with in this palette. They are going to be just a tiny bit patchy. All blues are. That's just how they are. But this, I tried putting this as the liner on my lower lash line, and it barely shows up. And I mean, I went over and over like 3 or 4 times with a detail brush, and I wet my brush. And this shade is just really, it's really hard to pick up on a brush. On your hand, it swatches like it's kind of lackluster even when you swatch it. So you see that, and I think it's meant to be more of like a topper shade, but it's just really hard and disappointing because I really wanted, I love purples and I really wanted that to work. I know a lot of people talk a lot of smack about this palette, that they didn't love the mattes, but the shimmers in here. So this one's called Reagan. I didn't do a good swatch. So there you go. This one, Reagan, that's super pretty on the eye. It's really pretty, and like I said, I think the blues are really good, and the yellow I think is pretty good in that palette too. So it's not that e.l.f. can't do anything right, it's just that the things that they do get wrong, they get wrong really wrong. And so please stop. But they do make excellent lipsticks and glosses. This is the lipstick and gloss that I'm wearing from them, and it's the Amethyst Prismatic Lip Gloss and their Vampy Violet lipstick. Oh, KVD Vegan Beauty, I want to love you so much. I want to love you because you got rid of She Who Shall Not Be Named, and I'm very happy about that. But the problem is I've had 2 bad experiences so far with the brand. I ordered a mini tattoo liner from Ulta, and I went and picked it up. I got it home. It was completely dried out. So then I went back to Ulta, said, hey, like a few days later, I was like, hey, this was completely dried out. I accidentally picked up the full size of the liner and just like ended up paying the difference. And I went and made sure that I tried it in the parking lot to make sure that one wasn't dried out. And that one works great. I recommend the tattoo liner very much. I had never experienced a brush tip before, and I love the brush tip. Absolutely love the brush tip. I don't want to ever go back to a felt tip liner, just saying. This was an Inkwell liner from them, and I really wanted like an oxblood red color, like for fall. And I thought this was going to be it, because this is what's called Vampira. And I got this before, and the problem is that, one, it's not really an oxblood color. It's more of like a brown, and it's not red enough. But also there it looks innocuous, right? But if you put that on your upper lash line, it will stick your eyelashes together. It will drag them across, and it is such a dry formula that it is insane to, it just dries so quickly. it dries so quickly that you're basically sticking all of your lashes together, and it hurts to like move the brush down your lash. I just I don't like using it. I don't want it. I don't. I hope that their pot liners are way better. But yeah, I hate this. This is torture. I don't like it. Hate it. Wish I hadn't bought it. So yeah, KVD Vegan Beauty, get your act together, please. Yeah. So those are the things that I absolutely was disappointed in. The products that I've used over the past few months that just I really, really did not like. I am going to have, if you think this video is just way too negative, I am going to have the opposite of this, where I actually have way more products that I've been really excited about for the past 2 months that I've been using. So if you want that, make sure that you click the link in the description box or in the eye.